Coretta Scott King was the driving force behind making her husband's birthday a national holiday, tirelessly lobbying for over 15 years after his assassination, leading massive demonstrations and establishing the Martin Luther King Jr. Center to preserve his legacy, ultimately succeeding when President Reagan signed the bill in 1983, establishing the holiday in 1986. She organized efforts for the first celebration, focusing on a year of action for the poor, and continues to inspire service on the holiday through the King Center's initiatives, emphasizing justice, compassion, and equality. Coalition building and mass mobilization were key pillars of her strategy. She formed the Coalition of Conscience, uniting over 800 organizations around the country. Bruce Leitner answered the call in Raleigh, North Carolina.
A minister by the name of Dr. Charles W. Ward. He called me to his office. He knew that I had been to Washington with Coretta Scott King and Stevie Wonder and John Connors and a whole bunch of people who were trying to organize for the first holiday. It wasn't a holiday then, but he got word that I went. And he gave me inspiration, and he told me, he looked me, we had many meetings together, but he looked me in the eye one meeting. He said, Bruce, to do this work, you have to be genuine, you have to be honest, but most of all, you have to be bold. And those words have stuck with me for 45 years, y'all. It's not hardly a day that goes by that I don't think about Charles W. Ward and what he said to me. It was really the juice that he put in me to get me going.
For generations, the Martin Luther King All Children's Choir has lifted voices and shaped lives.
Now, Randy Shepherd sitting over here. Randy Shepherd was one of the, he was the maestro. I always called him maestro because he had 100 kids. And they used to be the Martin Luther King Children's Choir.
This is our final year. If you have ever been a member, child, or alumni, we invite you to come back, stand together, and sing one last time.
Who were some of the people who were, other than your family members, who were doing some of that teaching during that time?
I grew up in Oberlin Baptist Church. In fact, my pastors at all of the churches, I think, were so involved in what was going on when the Martin Luther King Day celebration started. And I worked along with Bruce Leitner and so many other people who pulled that together in the churches and brought people in to speak and make differences even as adults.
From MLK Day to Juneteenth, from Scholarship Sunday to honoring our grandmothers, this year matters. Come celebrate the last year. Register now and sing with us one final season.
One of the things that I tried to do was to make sure that my daughter was involved and knew what was going on and understood this whole movement and what it would mean for her when she grew up. So I worked really hard with the MLK Celebration Committee, and it took us a while, but I worked with the kids and the MLK choir. And we kept interviewing musicians to play for the choir, to organize the choir. And I think we went through maybe 3 or 4. And all of a sudden one day I told Bruce, I said, you know what? I know someone I can get to take this on. He knows how to work with children, and he's just an excellent person. So I called Randy Shepherd and told him I needed him. And he took on that responsibility, and he still works with that choir.
Register now and sing with us one final season.